Good evening. This is Ubuntu channel and welcome to it. My name is Chaza right here on My Point of View. I'll be your host up to the hour 21 right here, and I'll be joined by Mr. Mukelebai. Not forgetting by Himba Malambo, who also be joining us along the way. This time around, I have Mr. Mukelebai with us. Good evening, Mr. Mukelebai, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Chaza. Good evening. It's good to see you back and see you that you're okay. We missed you last week.
Thank you so much. It's definitely good to be here, and it's nice to actually, be with you right here on the program. The viewers out there, we definitely welcome you to the program, and I would like to indicate that this program is designed to actually give you stories and headlines of the week, and you are free to join in and actually get to add your voice or react to the stories that we actually give you by following the link that we are yet to share in the comment section, or simply get to leave us a comment right there. Then we'll definitely get to appreciate to know that you are following the program. Without much ado, let's get to the first story and we'll see you on the other side.
Government has continued distributing desks in schools across the country. This is in order to reduce the pupil-desk ratio. Absence of desks in schools has been a challenge due to the free education policy as pupils head back to classes. Earlier this month, the Ministry of Education gave Kalingalinga Primary School 100 desks, both under the 2022-2023 Constituency Development Funds (CDF). Those in examination classes at this school are grateful.
Before the government brought in these new desks, sometimes we never used to have where to sit. Sometimes we used to sit down, sometimes we used to get blocks outside and then we sit on them. Now, since they brought in the desks, we are able to sit on the desks and write properly. And no one has to sit down anymore.
To help us in studies, because some people are staying far away, so they used to fight because of the desks. Yeah, for that, I'm really appreciate for the government.
But as soon as the government gave us desks, it's now like we're able to study and to write. So as for me, I'm just like improving in my studies, and this has helped me a lot. And I'm saying thank you to the government for bringing out these desks, because we no longer need to quarrel about, no, I'm going to sit here, and there. It's now free. Everywhere, anyone can sit wherever they want to sit.
For the local civic leadership, the move will increase the pass rates at the school.
Aware that we are moving into the examination period, I think in the next 2 weeks or so. So we are foreseeing a situation where the exam will run smoothly. There will be no copying because we have enough space, and so the examination period will run smoothly because of the days that we are given. So
Cecilia Ziambo, ZNBC News, Lusaka.
There we have it. That's the first story that we have tonight on My Point of View. Mr. Mukelebai, what's your reaction to this story that we have at hand?
Thank you so much, Chaza. Well, this is what we're talking about. This is what they say. The government is walking the talk. When we see children being satisfied with when it comes to taking care of our future generation, I think this government is investing in has invested in the right project. Education is the better equalizer, as Wo Hakainde always plays or put it. Without education, Mr. Hakainde or Mr. Lungu were never going to be presidents of this country. But they were taken good care of by the previous leaders. the people that had the foresight, the Dr. Kenneth Kaunda of this world, may his soul rest in peace. They invested so much at the time in education. And this is where now we are having a lot of politicians who are busy now vying for presidential to become presidents. It's because they were at one point they were educated, they were in class, and they were young, and they were taken good care of by then the people that had the heart, to the children at the time, and to better their future. Today, Hakainde is a Republican president. Yesterday it was Edgar Chagwa Lungu. The other year there were Sata. All those people benefited from the education. So no matter how we may try to play down the education project of this government, I think we should really press a price and give them a thumbs up and thanking them so much. We would rather educate the nation and search for food later on, so that we have the knowledge on how to put the food on the table. Without the knowledge, we will be starving in an abundance of water, will be thirsty. Because we don't know how to utilize or to drink water to quench our thirst, because we have no knowledge whatsoever. But when you invest in education, the whole nation will be able to be enlightened. So the desk distribution, it is part of that program where the government is empowering a child-teacher relationship. So the children should not have any other excuses. I'm failing because I can't sit properly. There's a lot of hardship. I'm failing because I can't concentrate. When I come, I'm tired. I can't sit. My butt is hurting because I'm sitting on a stone. All those things, they are excuses that children can actually give and give up. But here's the government that shows care and has invested in education. So we want to applaud the government for whatever they are doing. It is working. And I just hope that they are going to also look into other sectors, because children, as they go to school, they need to go to school at a full stomach, with a full stomach. So that also should be a next project that this government should look into very, very closely. But we are happy, so far so good. So we should just be saying thank you for having done this. And we want the school also to now employ the spirit of looking after these properties so that they can last longer. You can also employ some office orderly with carpentry knowledge, so that they can maintain these desks, they can maintain the surrounding of the school, they can maintain the doors, the windows of the school, so that they are not broken or they are repaired immediately whenever there's a problem. So we don't want everyone to just rely on the CDF or just to rely on the government, but this is where we come in as one, together as a country, as a family. We can build this nation to a level where everyone will be very delighted. If we are not going to be there, we would leave the world, this country, in the rightful hands. So we need to appreciate and invest in the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Mr. Mkelebai, despite some pockets of positive strides, like this specific one that we are looking at, it appears that people, or most people out there, are not appreciating what is going on, and the cry is on the cost of living and so on and so forth. What message do you have for the people out there?
Well, those who are busy complaining, mostly they don't understand. They are being misled. Okay, they are being misled in the sense that they think this government is there to punish them. This government wants to see them suffer. This government has failed because they have no foresight. That's what they are busy trying to propagate out there, but which is untrue. It is totally to the contrary. The government, what they are trying to do is to find a solution to every challenge that they come. This government, to be honest, is one of the government that we, the Zambian people, should even feel sad or sorry for. Because what they inherited, it's only that we just talk Pakanwa, and when we talk to say they inherited a lot of liabilities, we want to brush that part away as though it's nothing. There is enough money that they found. There is nothing to do. No. This government has inherited a lot of issues. And for them to go around and try to fix every problem that mushrooms, and these problems, they are coming as a result of the previous mismanagement, okay, of the resources. Because at the end of the day, we are going to talk about resources. That's why people are complaining of hunger, because they think this increase of commodities, it is a deliberate move to punish the Zambian people, which is not true. This is everywhere. In the whole world, we are facing the same problem. Actually, imwe mwebekala mu Zambia, mwali bako na bwino, because fuel muleshtat katushinga ni 30 kwacha. Ubunga umulelanda po mulelanda muleshtat pa 300 and bali wesha kuno kuwesha recently. You know? But you need to appreciate what they are doing, because the cost of living, to be honest with you, is very high everywhere you go. Try to book a plane, a ticket to just go to Malawi or just to go to South Africa or come to Europe. Then I come back and tell me the price. So if into umutengo, imitengo, nashinina, everywhere you go. And remember, we are not in 2001 or 1990. We are in 2024.
All right,
so,
Mr. Mkelewa, I think you have, you have a volume.
Let me finish my point.
The point is actually clear. We are taking it that for you are saying what is happening is actually better than it were, or better than it could have been. And, you are saying out there is even worse than it is in Zambia. That's according to you.
Yes, I'm 100% positive. Make my comparisons, then you come back and challenge me on that one. Because if in Tumandin, tafiri we no konzo komuleya, imama light mudeli pila katushinga nishinga, if we kuno ma 10 ma 8 mungatwachita konvetu makwacha, you will be surprised. The government has to come in to chip in to help ukulipila light. Ni kwisa Muzambia mwali kwata tule wako nechinga, but otherwise, listen.
We also had a subsidy on electricity, but it was lifted.
But not at the expense of the people, because the very subsidies that our brothers were providing in the previous regime, they were just accumulating a lot of debts. So do you want this government?
Allow me to cut you short. Let's take a look at the next item that we have. Then we get to chat on the other side.
All right.
Thank you so much.
The agriculture sector in Zambia is the backbone of the rural economy and forms an integral part of the country's poverty reduction strategies. As part of the initiative of promoting agriculture, government has started reviving the farming blocks in all the 10 provinces of the country to stimulate private sector investment and food production. During this year's Farmers' Crusade, Agriculture Minister Ruben Mutolo was represented by the Department of Agriculture Director Chizumba Shepande.
Government has embarked on a process to revive the farm blocks in all the 10 provinces of Zambia. In collaboration with our cooperating partners, the private sector, government has started investing in roads, energy, and water infrastructure that will stimulate private sector investment and food production in the designated farming blocks.
And the Zambia National Farmers Union representative Maria Zalomis expressed gratitude to the government for the support in agriculture development.
Zambia National Farmers Union has been a long-time partner of government at annual events, which profiles the strides which farmers are making year in and year out. Ladies and gentlemen, the agriculture sector is a priority sector. It remains the center of driving economic growth and contributes significantly to the poverty reduction in Zambia.
Meanwhile, a farmer representative had this to say.
We are very grateful for the inputs that we have been giving us, also the irrigation services, and we are so grateful for the encouragement that the government is giving.
I'm Chintumalambo reporting in Lusaka.
Right on, Mr. Mkelewai. What do you make of this item that we do have here?
Well, thank you. This is what we're talking about, to say all these efforts this government is making is to try to alleviate these challenges, the so-called poverty, because we hear so many people, they're saying we have no much statistics yet, but we hear there's too much poverty in Zambia. I don't know why. I find that hard to believe that people are starving in a home of plenty. Those in rural areas, in my opinion, they are actually only complaining on the inputs. Otherwise, they have the capacity, they have the know-how. Zambians used to cultivate land. During Bakaunda, people were not lazy like this current generation that is so lazy. We are lazy and big mouth. We talk too much. We complain a lot, and we expect, just because we know our rights, we expect now the government to even buy us to come and brush our teeth. When we can do things on our own, we expect the government to buy us toilet paper. When we can also use initiative. But what happens? This is a situation where the government has realized to say, look, I am a chushi kuifuaila luipate la fera kunyanda, because we cannot nyanda when we have enough rain, we have enough land, fertile land, we have fresh water. You are not surrounded by the sea, salt water, and those are challenges which you can't even drink. But we are surrounded with fresh water all over the country. We have the natural resources in the ground, we have the fruits, we have the vegetation, a good climate, and yet you want us to be, we want to claim that we are a poverty nation? Kuifuaila, ukuchula kumwe Africa, especially Zambia. So when you see those people who are coming out with agriculture, I like that Zalomis, that lady. She has been a pillar. She outstanding. She's one of the ladies, if she wanted to go on social media and become the, whatever you call them, the vuvuzela, I don't know how you call these to my internet, to my user, those who are abusing the internet. With her, she's using the internet for the benefit of the country. She's busy teaching people how to cultivate, how to farm. She's the boss. She's the CEO. She doesn't need to be employed by anyone. She's managing very well. Why can't women and men emulate from that kind of that type of life? There's nothing wrong. But if she wants, she can even, she can even afford a plane. She can go anywhere in the world she wishes. You are busy complaining of Ubunga. I don't think Salome, she's complaining of Ubunga. So the government is trying to tell people, when we have to get back into agriculture and revamp this agriculture and support it 100%, provide all the incentives, the inputs that people need to be able to harvest good crops. The government is putting up all these programs in place for us to utilize them. But we are busy politicking. The moment we start politicizing in Sala, that's the mistake we make in Zambia. We want to politicize everything that the government is doing instead of you supporting. I used to hear them complaining or name calling the HH that ngombe. But then, little did I know that I see them, they have lunches as well. They have animals. They were busy demonizing this president, but yet at the same time, they were admiring what he was doing, how he became rich. They also ventured into the same. So why going to demonize somebody instead of supporting? When you see such programs, when you see the government coming up with such programs, give them 100% support. Let the government fail to deliver us on their own, but the people should just be there respecting the government and supporting the government to give them an enabling environment for them to thrive with their business smoothly without any hindrances or encumbrances. We want the government to come forward and tell the people to go back to the land and cultivate. Let us throw away by internet, by social media. The social media is making us lazy, is making us growing big bellies, and it's making us suffering, dying at a very young age because we are ever just sitting in front of a camera, doing nothing. We don't even exercise. Now we come on sofas, talking just pakanwa. And this is going to destroy us because pakanwa tet kalime. We have to act. Leave that couch, go find something to do, get a job, do something, have a garden, do something. Not Leonce, banani. Those are just time wasters and balemirira namasukupa mitwe. So imwe muiminine muireya mukalime kalimeni, and we are asking the chiefs to please penyabantu amavala, give people enough land so they can cultivate. And the government, please support. Let us have the inputs on time. Stop politicizing inputs. That's my message. Stop politicizing agriculture sector. It is a very important sector, the backbone of this economy and the country. That is where we all thrive. At the end of the day, we need to eat. And it's only the agriculture sector that is going to put food on our table and even reduce the minimum price we are busy crying for. Not hotel. You are muted, Chaza.
Thank you so much there. My apologies. I wanted to find out, from you, there are two things that you've brought out that we need to embark on, agricultural, practices for us to enhance, food production in the country. Now, on a personal level, I would like to find out from you, are you involved in agriculture itself? And you've also brought out an important issue that we don't need to just sit, just on computer, cameras and so on and so forth. We also need to do some training. Physical activities, how, fit are you? What do you do, to keep fit? 2 questions for you.
Thank you. The one thing I should know is that I have a garden where I live here. There's no good weather here. Sometimes it's a sub-zero. I have a garden. I grow vegetables. I don't need to go and buy vegetables. Actually, here we have to import. Okra we have to import. We have to either go in the shops to order. International shops to order ovunga. I buy kapame like 1 kilograms, which is almost 100 kwacha. I think if I were to put it in Zambian kwacha, 1 kg, I buy it at 100 kwacha. If I want to eat in Shima. Now, when it comes to what I'm doing back home, I have my mother, she's on the farm in Kaoma, in case you didn't know. And we are busy. This year I'm also cultivating Ndelima about 5 hectares. I'm going to do that. Even Narikala Kuno, but Ndelima Zambia, I've already bought inputs. They're on their way. So I've even told my young brothers to please organize people that are going to look after my crops. Even when I am somewhere far, I can still steer, So with activities, I do go. I walk a lot. Ngoma mountains. Here we have so many mountains. I go in mountains, hiking, and I take walks. And also training at the gym. And that's why Narikwata Komaso, you can see.
I haven't seen any.
The only disadvantage, my brother, is sometimes when I want to enjoy myself and I want to have a beer. I love drinking. I drink a beer, even a glass of wine. But beers, of course, is not good. Gives me a potibelly. Or 6-pack itakuli arifuma. But ingandefo kuiwesha 6-pack. Oko ili somewhere hiding somewhere. It will just come at any time. So otherwise, we have to involve ourselves in activities. I'm not just sitting. Yes, Facebook, TikTok. All these guys, all these social whatever media thing are really taking our time. We are forgetting to look at the beauty of the wildness and the beauty of this earth that we have. We are fortunate to have this, but we don't want to leave, to go out there. We want to sit and surf the internet and sit the whole day surfing and socializing on social media, and we are avoiding family connection, family bond is also important, but instead of bonding with your family, you pretend to be busy. No, I have to connect with my friends. You are busy online. You are missing out a lot. That's when you start crying at I wish I had time. Sorry, the time is now. So you have to prioritize your time. Stop those giving each other excuses. Stop excuses.
All right. Mr. Mkelebai, thank you so much. And, we appreciate your opinion there. Just in case there are people that, are following the program and would like to make their opinions known, would like to mention that they are so very welcome. We have shared, the links. You can actually follow, one of the links there, then you get to the program, or you can leave us a comment right in the comment section, then we'll definitely get to appreciate. Mr. Mkelebai there brought out 2 important things. He says we need to participate in agriculture. and he is actually actively, participating in agriculture, both, where he is and back here at home. And he is also, active in, sports. We definitely need to do that. And time and again, when I'm talking to people, I'm saying we need to do these things like, sport without a prescription, because sometimes you may be told by the doctor that for you to actually, be healthy or get rid of this ailment, you need to exercise. So let us get to exercise, even without any prescription from any doctor. Let's move on and take a look at, the next story that we do have right here on My Point of View on our Ubuntu channel.
As government is trying hard to secure mealie meal for its people, some unscrupulous people are busy smuggling the commodity out of the country via Masaiti district to the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. This scam was unearthed after Masaiti District Commissioner caught a port vehicle, registration number SZ 8186, carrying over 100 by 25 bags of mealie meal from HBB Milling Company Limited.
I heard about this morning, that to say that there are people trekking into Congo, taking mealie meal. As I was escorting somebody after church service, I met a Rangers and I made it to stop. So we checked the vehicle and it is carrying 100 bags.
She has since warned of stern action against those found wanting.
And I'm warning, I'm repeating, as DC Masaiti, I'm warning any culprit coming into my site, you will be staged by name. Can you stop it? Stop the habit. You are troubling the government. People are crying for the rise of mealie meal. Now you are just doing the opposite, taking to Congo. Do you have a maize field? Where are you growing your maize? This maize here is meant for Zambians.
Government has been trying to ensure smuggling of mealie meal is stopped at all costs, but its efforts are being frustrated by overzealous individuals.
All right, there we have it. It looks like, the issue of smuggling is here to stay, because there's no time that, smuggling totally dies out. Your reaction, Mr. Mkilebai?
Well, Zambian will always be Zambian, my brother. They say, of course, it's not everyone that has the heart to fix the problems that other people are crying for. Other people are so being selfish. You saw what happened, how our money, our resources was abused by certain individuals who were put in authority to monitor, or rather to take care, to administer our resources. Unfortunately, some people became overzealous. They forgot the reason why they went into office in the first place. And this is why you find that it's not just those in offices. You find that there are certain individuals who don't care. They don't give a damn about how people are suffering, or rather they don't even want to be part and parcel of a solution to fix what is currently going on. They don't care. They are interested in making more money for themselves. They're interested in, so that they push their own selfish needs first. And what happens? These are the people who are sabotaging the government's effort to mitigate these challenges that we currently have. I'm not surprised really to see vehicles being impounded, even when we have a restriction by the directive from the head of state, from the Minister of Agriculture, that they had actually stopped exporting our maize, mealie meal to other countries in order to stop whatever is to fix the problem that we are having in Zambia. But yet we still find a pocket of people, certain individuals who are fighting or enemies of progress. So when they are arrested, I think it is imperative that the legislatures should now come up with a very, very pure and stiff punishment when it comes to such kind of activity that hinges on deteriorating the situation that we are having in Zambia. And then you find people are busy exporting or rather smuggling our lack commodity to other countries when it is scarce for now in our own country. If it was available, maybe we could have said, hey, I mean, profit now, but they can even do it legitimately, therefore. But not where Ubunga na Bushupa Zambia. You are the people, the number one, who are on top of the mountain, insulting the government, demonizing the government, claiming that they are the reason why we have this problem. Yet you yourself, you want to go behind the same and start smuggling the mealie meal. I will not be surprised if I hear that certain individuals are behind this, especially those who are very negative of what the current government is doing, especially our opposition. Them, they are not even care. I know if you investigate Malasangat, Mashinama politicians, Avena Sean Tembo, you find them that they ever smuggle. Because there's nothing positive that comes out of them to show solidarity, to show support of the current government. No.
Mr. Mkinela, rumor has it that, this mealie meal, outside Zambia, especially, the Congo and the like, is fetching about 1,000 kwacha plus, compared to, the local market where it is selling around, 300 kwacha and even less. So when they load a motorized vehicle like it were 100 bags, it's a lot of money, and people are compelled to actually engage themselves in this illegal activity of smuggling. So
then you should stop complaining, Zambia. You stop complaining.
It so may not be a political issue, but just an illegal issue in pursuit of making more money. That's what
it is illegal. Even drugs. We can also get the same paracetamol and start selling it outside the country, or this all these other things. They can fetch a lot of money, but we don't do that because we know that there are either restrictions and there's the law. Then we have to abide by the law. But we are scared. We know there's money. My brother, Lamborghini, you can even just cultivate. So when we hear the government says, do not do this, and you are arrested, don't blame anybody. Indalama shali paishe uya Judas Iscariot. Takuleko shamtwele. Ashtisha Yesu. Ashta betray. Wayapoke mpia. Ababa neno abalendira ma luxury jet bali kwisa nombalero. Where are they? They were busy shining. No, we have the money. Bambi waleo chendalama. Kanshi ndalama shari shindalama shechalo. Loleshe nombengo ngole tuakwata. Abe ne bandalama bale shfwaya. Nawo bale tupela ama conditions. How do we pay back the money? Panto ama politician na watete ba mubule ndalama matumba yabo bali pile abo twa kongwele shirenda lama bale ocha shirenda lama bale foresha ishine tureli pila nomba insala mulela ndat na tumfu insala nomba mzambe obungo bun fila fine twale mieba file bwe kela nomba the kama, and you are busy listening to people that actually put us in this mess in the first place. Able to reach Tanani praise. And we're even crying for them to come back. Seriously. So sometimes I even wonder that why kwate chinka for America, for Zambia. That's why ndanda tikatwishi education baleta bakainde nga kale bailetele nga at least nomba a bunch of politicians tukwete nomba generation aba politician nga bali bako bwino. But nkwisa bali batana fyonse abasanga kwati bali sambirira. Listen to their, you know, even educated people can be fools, you know that. So the party of forest contributes, they cannot. All they are doing is to attack the person that removed them from stealing. Ale bakanya mwila iva lekentu pele abantu indalama lekentu weshe ichuma ku bantu baona olama mines bakamfya abantu baona ole. I'm telling you, we are still paying heavily as a country. We are still paying. The turbulence has not even reached Pakoras because we have, unless tupange magic abracadabra to wish impia ba kongwela abantu abatu wish abene bampia. Probably we see the booming of investors. Investors, ama productivity levels improve. You know, agriculture tulime. I'm telling you, all these things, they will be the thing of the past. We were not even going to talk about this.
Mr. Mkelebaye, you know, having touched on agriculture once again, I have two comments, you know, from the people that are following out there. Percy Chama is saying, but not everyone can be a farmer. Not everyone can be a farmer. Then from Lawrence Mulungu, we have a comment saying, issues of farming. We are busy fighting for my 20 by 20 plots in Lusaka, who 10 miles Gonse is being demarcated to residential. So he's saying the will may be there, you know, for people to involve themselves in agriculture, but there's no land. People are fighting to have a piece of, you know, land for just a house, to build a house. What more, land, you know, a piece of land for agriculture?
Cultivate land for agriculture is available, and I believe it's for free. I am a land mulechita complaining about. I am a plot yamayanda. You know, you want to be in a city. Bon say, look at the geography of your compounds. Look at the way you have squeezed yourselves in one particular area just because you want to live in town. Go Kumishi and find out if they have the same problem that you have in Zambia, in the cities. They don't. Fish mulechtam city ngatawakwate education. You have no education whatsoever that you cannot, because you can't all be employed as casual workers. At the end of the day, there has to be a limitation. Or even when you have acquired education and you find that there's too much competition, because we are many. We are many. We are almost 20 million. The population of 20 million wants to refer inch to. How many companies do we have in Zambia that are employing? How many people should the government employ? Can the government manage to employ the whole 20 million? Come on, guys. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Jump, go Kumushi, because you have already stereotyped Umushi. Because ngawalanda tuwafuma Kumushi. Atibale kumwenamo, atiwali pualala. All that. Wupupu, that is downness, that is ignorance. People who are in the villages, who are in villages, they are doing well in the sense that they are not even complaining of this water you are busy talking about, these plots you are busy crying about. Food, they are doing them for themselves. The only thing they need is just financial muscle. and the government is helping. I have seen through, is it social cash transfer, whatever you call it, they are getting at least 300, 200 people in villages. They are okay. But in Zambia, because and then you've stereotyped Mushi, and you can't even go and cultivate Kumushi. I don't know whether ukakontoka or utawakaveshani, you know.
Let's say this person has been in town and they've been trying here and there, you know, doing simple jobs and so on and so forth. And they've never been to the village. They don't even have any knowledge as regards, you know, agriculture. The advice can be good, can be right, but how do they start? Where do they start from? And, you know, another concern is that, you know, there isn't land. There isn't land enough, you know, for someone, especially people in towns, to embark on, you know, agriculture unless you go to the village. And nowadays, villages have been brought, you know, to home, you know, unlike as it were, if you talked about village, you needed to travel, you know, long distances to real villages.
Yeah, but, you know, Zambia is a big country, you know. The problem is you want to go and cultivate from the area that you know, or that where either you come from. Zambia is vast. You can go to the to the northern province if you want. You can go to eastern province. You can go and ask the chiefs. There is the custodian of customary land. They don't sell. It's pro bono, free of charge, for as long as you bring yourself there and cultivate if you want. If you can't, try to learn another career. Find something that will help, that will bring some kind of, you know, that will help you in the future. Don't just sit back and depend on your degree that walasangensto. You won't use your degree. I have a friend who is a mathematician. He went to University of Zambia. He got himself a nice education. He's very smart. Guess what? He is doing fine on his own. He is the CEO. He doesn't need to go to work for the government or work in the company. He's doing things on his own. He makes cage, aquariums. He keeps the aquariums, whatever you call it, those beds. He's making desks. These desks, he's making them. He's very creative, but he is not into that field. He is at the same time, his education, he went and opened a school. He's using that. He opened his own school.
Hold it right there. You know, so, I think at this point in time, let's take a look at you know, the next story. Your actually viewpoint is, you know, very clear. And these two gentlemen were actually also trying to bring in their concerns, and your opinions, you know, definitely matter in that way. Let's take a look at the next story, and we meet on the other side.
In November 2022, President Hakainde Hichilema officially launched the Marketeers Booster Loans with the anticipation that it would benefit about 25,000 marketeers countrywide. For some marketeers in Lusaka, the reality of this empowerment is questionable, as they claim they have tried several times only to shoot in the air.
Tarembesa kambiri kulembesa maroli kulemanapo but sitina landire polono rwanda empowerment kulipe ya meneti nawo nawo so tingozivutikira soja
Kanembesa natuza likani mahande kwacha patikira mahande kwacha kuti abwere chione sichiona
vatilemba mazina talemba mahande kwacha ma 150 batijela but if empowerment stiona so tingapempe kuli government vakatume vantu vakuti vakationereko vaja vantu vatengera ndirama zatu vakatikwezera kwacha mahande kwacha ndeto ticho timadandalako maningi venangu vantu timamvera vatenga stizo ngani mafamili wao
vakatilemba talipira mahande kwacha president yaenda kozi ntchito yetichita ifunika at least wankalako empowered vakuchitako empower whereby kaili uzankalako penangu uzankalako panevo nangu noti mwalipira ndrama and then futu president kwati yayi vanadia so ndrama zinaenda so minangu anashita receive minangu imwesi zinafika mambo omane so mangala story after story so munga pali ngani empowerment please mfake konzero abakusogola njama chijakira so
mwene nambira kumvera chabe ngembe kuiona hapo nimamvera chabe kuti kuli parliament so chabe sinaiwonepo.
But Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission CEEC Public Relations Manager Michero Mukata says the commission has disbursed 256 million kwacha to marketeers countrywide.
Firstly, undertake due diligence with our cooperating partners, in this case the mobile service providers, even the market leaders, market masters in this case, to ensure that the marketeers that we intend to disburse loans to are indeed correct marketeers who are operating from the designated markets. So that is the first step. Secondly, when we disburse to them, they have to in turn commit to responsibly utilizing that money so that they can plow it back in their business, record or generate some profits that will enable them make a repayment. Remember, the Marketeer Booster Loan only has a 6-month repayment period. So in that period, we're expecting that marketeers are responsibly utilizing the money and also paying back the facility.
Mr. Mukata has, however, acknowledged that the Commission has less resources and waits for those that have benefited already to pay back their loans.
918 marketeers have since benefited. But this goes back to what I have been saying and what the Commission has been preaching over a period of time. Responsibly utilize this money so that other people can benefit. Yes, not everybody has received the money, but it's because we're dealing with a case of limited resources against greater needs. So we have financed more or less the first phase of marketeers to receive the Marketeer Booster loans, but the onus is on those marketeers that have received to pay back so that the other waiting marketeers can also benefit from them. Not forgotten about the people that haven't yet received. Our efforts at the moment are simply focused on increasing the recoveries of the loans that we have disbursed so that other marketeers can in turn receive financing.
Vincent Piri for Camnet TV News, Lusaka.
Well, this is our Ubuntu channel, and we are giving you stories and headlines of the week on the program called My Point of View, and straight into reactions. Mr. Mkeleba, your reaction to this story that we do have right now.
I think the government, they need to improve on the programs that they are busy taking, the project they're undertaking, and they have to improve on disseminating the information about what they are doing. Because what we see are jackets and suits that are expensive and nice offices, aircon and pronouncement of money, colossal sum of money, and yet the beneficiaries are not seeing any indications that that money has been given, and the criteria in which they are using to distribute that amount, that money, I don't know. People don't know. The marketeers are still complaining. meaning there is lack of transparency. We don't want a situation where we go back to the olden days. The things that we rejected the other government for are the things that are now taking place. You want to bring bureaucracy where the people are finding it difficult to access those loans, the marketeers. Pronouncements are easily made, but then when it comes to implementation, then you start giving them excuses. And I didn't even know that you were getting money from the people that you intend to give money to. To me, that is pecuniary, taking a pecuniary advantage on the marketeers. So that department and that gentleman, I know their heart is in the rightful place. I know they have a government that is working, but be transparent. You are the reasons why people are now coming up with these assumptions, making conclusions that you may be giving the money to your own relatives, because people are not seeing what is happening. You are documenting the desks, you are busy documenting the CDF projects, you are documenting every day. The media is saturated with such. But when it comes to giving loans, you can't even take a picture, even a selfie, where it goes viral. Then one will wonder. You want to send a picture or an interview that will go viral where you just mention the amount of money made or donated. No, we are not interested in that. We want to know and want to see the beneficiaries. Maybe we can even help you to recover the payments, because once we know who the people, we see them receiving the very money, we can also help you to recover. But instead, you choose to keep it to yourself in communication. You keep it in camera, secretly, privately. Definitely, that will be that you are giving room for a lot of speculations. And the opposition, they will find a very good topic to attack you. And you will have nothing. You'll be just explaining, no, the government has no money. Meanwhile, in the same breath, you are saying, we have given 260, is it 260 or 26 million? That's a lot of money. Where are the people that you gave the money? We want to see them. So this is what we want this government to be doing. And those guys, suit nama offices, because we have noticed, I have noticed that the government, the president has appointed so many chaps who are doing so many talking, but we don't see any action. But before they were appointed, they were ever on social media, ever talking, knowing a lot of things, that if they were brought in power, they can do this, they can do that. But suddenly, Bonse, you have gone in hibernation. Kwa Sharafe Numba ma story pakanwa. We want to see. Na tunakanama viva voce. We want to see evidence. So the marketeers, I stand with them. They have the right to complain, and you have no right to take that money from them, a little money, and claim that you're going to give them money back. That is stealing. So when you get money from somebody, then give them back their services. So me, what I can say is that Boye Church, those white gloves, I want you to rescind some appointments. I'm not saying the gentleman that is from talking should be fired, no. But some of these chaps that you appointed are a letdown. They are full of credentials on the walls, but doing absolutely nothing. They are not even in your support with you. So please, we want to see action. And Mr. President, don't scare people. Tell them the truth Don't scare people being fired. Me, if I was in your government, I will even be arguing with you. That is what we need.
You know, I wish we could go beyond this time, but time is not our best ally. I sincerely, you know, appreciate your presence right here on the program. And the program has been embedded right on you tonight because Himba has actually failed to pitch up just like, you know, Chibonta Jule. And the program has still gone on because of you. We sincerely appreciate. Not forgetting the viewers, the listeners out there, we greatly appreciate your time, you know, following the program right here on Ubuntu channel, My Point of View. My name is Chaza right here. I've been your host. Till next time, we're saying God bless you all.